Hey, Firebird Nation. I'm going to do an uncover here. She's all wrapped up. But what we have under wraps is, as you soon see, a 1980 special edition Transam. And I'd love to say it's all numbers matching, but I'd be fibbing to you because somebody has changed the engine in this car. But we got that mirror to fix. This is what we got. Like I said, it's a 1980 SE Transam. We picked up. It is a project. It needs some work, but overall, it's not in too bad a shape. You can see it needs the grill inserts in the bumper and some other work. We had a mirror. We shut the door last year. Our passenger side mirror fell off. Apparently, the bracket underneath is pretty rusted, so we're going to have to replace that. One notable thing it needs is this right rear leaf spring busted, so we need to get a new spring pack. We have some body work that it needs to be show quality, but overall, for what it is and its purpose, it is a cruiser. Strictly bought for something to drive. It's not perfect. Far from perfect. As you note here, it was originally a 4.9 turbo. The 301 cubic inch, I believe it's a 301 cubic inch Transam when it was original. We got to get the grill, cowl support, guards, whatever you call it, piece there, is missing. And I know for all your Pontiac purists, all the ones that scream and cry that it's not right, it should be. Okay, like I said, it's a cruiser. It was bought to drive and enjoy. It has a 455 in it, but for all you purists, as you can see, yes, I'm sorry, it's the wrong 455. It is not a Pontiac. It is a Buick. It is a tired Buick, but it runs. That's the key thing. It runs. This car is basically just to drive around town, go pick up groceries type thing. You know, it's a cruiser just to take out because I'm not home often, so it sets the bar for what it is and suits its purpose just fine. We have some other, it needs a serious detail underneath here. It was bought in the back of a car lot a year ago, and as you can see, the underhood appearance does not match the basics of the outside. Outside is in surprisingly decent shape. I believe somebody may have shot a recoat of paint on it at some point, possibly. But outside is in decent shape, and it's a standard T-tops, the automatic transmission, power steering, power windows. But we have an overheating issue when it sits in idles or sets, and it's been boiling over. So we are going to change the thermostat in this car today and possibly look at see if there's anything on the rear spring we can do. It is jammed in place at the moment where it's not going to move. It broke behind the axle, and the back side is wedged up in the frame. So, we may be able to take it out and drive it around the parking lot here, but it is slotted for a set of new springs and some other work that will be coming in the future at some point. So, I'm not overall concerned. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to go out and go down the road with it yet, but it's a project. It's a work. We did new tires last year. We put the Futura GLS's. They're a super sport tire, 15 inch. I don't know what this is. These are the wide ones. They're 50s or something like that. I just told them whatever's on the car, replace it with what it is. What do you have in stock? Because the tires that were on it were dry rotted and cracked. They leaked all the time. You had to pump them up, and they were not highway safe at all. So we're gonna get started. It was inspected last in 2015, but inspection is no longer a requirement on this vehicle because it now has classic plates on it, and they don't require inspection. But I'm still going to do the work that it needs done for inspection purposes and safety, so that it is The rear deck tray needs replaced. It's water damaged. There's a leak back here somewhere from where we got the car, but we have a new deck tray in the car to install that came with it. One thing that amazed me is the fact that we have the original Fisher bags to put the T-tops in when you would put them in the trunk when you take the T-tops out. And most often, unless you find a pristine, perfect car of this vintage or style that someone, you know, an original owner type thing, for me anyways, I don't know about others, when I run into this type of a car to buy that had T-tops, more often than not, the original protective bags for the T-tops were missing or gone, or they didn't know what they had done with them. So, with that said, we're going to get to work here. We're going to do that in a video in the future that will be uploaded to the channel, and we'll get started. And maybe we can do a little one later on. We'll at least get it started up so we can test for leaks and make sure it's not going to overheat again. Until then, thank you very much for joining in. Hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Come join the club. Come join us. If you have a passion for the cars in general, you don't have to own one, but you're really missing out if you're not, in my opinion. And remember, your passion drives you. The bird will set you free. So come join us for the ride and enjoy life.